Gets the loose ball. And Paul George the other way. Driving right by Kuz.
Contested shots.
10-2, Mavericks out in front. Clippers just 1 for 6. George cradles the ball down the lane with his back to the basket and plays it. International competition since his teenage days. George finds a seam, drives the lane. Oh, reorganizes in mid-flight. And good save there by Covington, but picked off. Here comes George with Covington to beat. Gets right to the rim and lays it in. 82.
Beat a little bit in regards to their cuts, would then tend to peel back a little bit.
George, a graceful glide to the rim. And the
in half number 2. Paul George double pumps. Did not score.
When their shots aren't going, they got to continue to defend.
Quick hands of Batum, gets the turnover and sets up the run out.
To rebound a little better, but overall, guys, Steve Kerr told me that he's actually, quote, very pleased with how they've been playing, Mark.
Couldn't cash, got it back though. Going against the rookie Wiseman, and George really earned that bucket. He has been super. It's really out of sorts. Cross court, Paul George rising up, fouled and one.
More like who you are right now. But again, Donovan's offense is evolving. Beautiful play.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Great defense by Lou Williams. And he sends it forward to George with White to beat. Bouncing into defenders and lays it in. Clippers by 3.
Deliver Rashawn Holmes. Kings just, you got to do it bucket by bucket. Better resistance than that. Man. Paul George ready for takeoff. PG 13 as Luke
to be the anchor when it's all said and done. George.
Oh my! Look out below!
In Sacramento on Friday. Again, no Lou Williams tonight as George turns the corner, gets downhill, gets to the rim, high off the window. Clippers, best team in the league in terms of half-court offense. Paul George slithering his way inside and lay.
Just over 40%.
George calls his own number again. There's nobody guarding. Again, great ball movement for the Clippers. Give up a good shot for a great shot. Lob to Paul George, soaring in. But they are very happy to have him back. Paul George, saloon doors, a pair of defenders.
Reggie Miller had an unconventional shot. Even Larry Bird that brought it by his ears. Paul George to the basket. Sean Mary, but when you
continues to expand on his game, he has been a real delight for OKC. George, a former Thunder player, leaves it in the 2.
Who was running at him, he never hesitated with the defender basically in his face.
What a move!
10-year run that they had.
An amazing run. We'll talk more about it a little bit later. Meanwhile, Clipper legend Mike Muscala.
If they were forcing up shots, and there's a little pick of the pocket right there, and the ability to finish over the top.
Since halftime. Batum lobs it to George in mid-flight, lays it in.
All in one move. Throw it up there. George elevates. When you ask the question, I guess I have to say yes.
Lays it in.
Cut off by Ennis. Almost had the steal. George with the throwdown. And not saying that it's easy, guys, but those are short on the 3, the rebound Leonard.
But the coaches around the league know. Oh my goodness, what a great pass.
Paul George trying to draw a foul on Bullock. George drives on Robinson and able to. George drives, gets inside, blocked
On the perimeter, they're not penetrating that defense. LA doing a masterful job, whereas Paul George, he's penetrating, getting to the basket, causing confusion with the Nets defense.
Uncontested, no resistance.
Takes tough ones.
Grant, he is 4 of 4 from the field, 9 points. George creating space, and a 10 lead changes all in the second half. Clippers up by 2. George gets around Shamet.
That play, you give the ball to Harden this time, and he able to finish and convert, but
2.5 in. George winds his way to the basket, puts it up with the left hand.
Very long to make those shots against this team because they make you pay if you don't.
George, spin move, a pretty one.
See, you're down, slip back into lapses of scoring, and this team, you can't do that with this team.
have been
just superb on this trip, included coming back from 24 down as George banks it in. They were down 24, deflected by Batum. George has one man to beat, crossover on Harris, lays it up and in. There's Nick Batum down the other end.
And ultimately prevail in that extra session. Paul George, 7-time All-Star. It's moves like that. George runs into Beal, creating space, gets to the cup, and follows his miss. Clippers out in front. Paul George gets downhill once again, gets to the rim and lays it in. He's challenging any and all here tonight. Christina Pink, that they play at the fastest pace in the league. Clippers seem very comfortable. Here's Paul George downhill to the rim and lays it in. 17.
Fourth in the league in scoring at 116 a game. They're fifth best defensively, allowing just 109. I mean, can you dig it? Paul George, baseline, reversing it up and in. This is a Clipper team that leads the league in all the shooting categories. Dump down, Paul George with a layup.
For Desmond Bain with Paul George, not because of skill, as Paul George is able to get to the front of the rim.
Been pretty solid.
Now, Paul George was telling me that you guys are at your best when you're sharing the ball. The ball's moving from side to side. How do you think you're doing in that department, just ball movement so far through
season surgery? Playing great basketball as of late for the Celtics.
Paul George takes it to the rim. George drives in, missed it on the interior, digs it out, and scored.
That's something that can put you on the shelf for about 4 or 5 ball games, especially when you're not
don't
winning.
Say that's not the thing they want to hear. George gets it again.
And being really aggressive offensively, the Mavericks do find themselves on top as Paul George attacks.
Field goal defense in the last 7.
Josh wants that belt.
A wave and a miss by Porzingis trying to block the
of keeping him in front, challenging the shot. It's just good stuff right there. That's one of those plays.
Rare moments that I get to chime in. George to the cup. Oh, we have liftoff here in downtown Los Angeles. Chemistry the following year. George, strong drive. Oh, he got a foul.
Contact or not. Pirtle had the rebound, was trying to kick it back out, and it was knocked away and stolen. Jakob then late to the party on the block attempt against Paul with the Clippers this time. And this shot won't go. Paul George with a rebound on the man miss, and he scores with a left hand.
He didn't even have a body on.
Cassell and Šamanić getting ready to come into the game for the Spurs. Paul George and one away, but it goes right to Jackson. George resets at the line, then attacks and lays it in. Look like 4 buckets. George thought he
first half. George downhill to the rim with 2 hands and lays it in.
Was that beautiful to watch him weave
tonight for Philadelphia. George on the move, high screen from Zoo, down the lane, down the hatch, 105-89. Clippers out.
It's retrieved by Gordon, lost the ball, picked up by Kawhi, and here comes George by Porter, takes it in with ease and slam on Morris, but Marcus holds on, shot no good. Jokic 3 of 10 the other way.
We're in a matchup 3-2 zone there.
Oh, George, oh, he's so.
Batum into Patterson, followed by Paul George. George zigs and zags his way down the lane, slices through the defense and lays it in.
They've also brought in Cam Johnson, the Suns have. Final 4 minutes.
Shooting about 58% from behind the three-point line, 48% all over. And there you go, talking about Paul George being comfortable right down the lane. I know Ty Lue, coaching staff can't be happy with the defensive effort right now by the Clippers.
Meanwhile, Paul George muscles up his pocket, plays catch with Reggie. The seas part, look out below, wheels. Things happen. He's done it throughout his entire career. Biggest lead of the game now for the Pistons. Misses for the Clippers all night long. George taking matters into his own hands. Double ball fake. The trigger, regardless of the shot clock. When he catches, he's making a quick decision. Paul George. Oh my goodness! How nasty!
Always had tough matchups against Virginia and Cornell Parker.
Paul George!
Ooh.
Our 9th lead change, 86-85. George switching. Ride the hot hand. It's Paul George. The drive splits defenders and
the game for him. 13-year player out of France. Good move by George. Hit and root and on the bench with 2 personal fouls. And so the MVP of the G League getting a run as George goes drifting in. Well, in terms of his floor game lately, gave it up. Wow, and George missed it inside but got it back and was able to put it back down the floor.
The defense from Morris not allowing Ben that deep post-up position. Can't fall asleep.
Boy, in that time.
Clippers led by 10. George in attack mode. Off the window, no. Follows his miss and taps it home as it rolls.
But that unselfish play led to him being open. And speaking of leading, Kawhi leading Paul George.
Playoff Rondo, we know the effect he's had. PG-13. Oh, that is nasty. What team that will play defense tonight? Upstairs, Paul George had to make a choice on which game he would play. They're going with tomorrow against Jokic. Oh, backdoor, off the mark. Here come the Clippers the other way. George, pedal to the metal, tied up, finish.
Rockets experience. Nice pass back. Paul George.
Ball, and I like that left-hand slam. That's his signature dunk.
Paul George back the other way for 2.
Now.
Pass inside to George.
Or DeAndre running and it clears a path. Oh, gee,
speaking of clearing a path.
Wow. See the Clippers' face after he did that, said all we needed to know.
George, tough drive, lost the handle, took a shot to the face from either Mann or George. Pulled to within 1. George off the screen, trying to turn the corner, jammed up inside, still.
If he wound up being second, especially if the Suns can catch.
Inside, it's broken up. Morris got in there, but he's grabbing his hand. George turns on the Jets, slams it down. Swing it. Find the open man, Paul George. Dribble drive and jam. That they need to be a factor come playoff time.
And Bird, they were 17-3 in 20 games.
Of his generation on your team as well. And he's missed significant time along with AD. Nice move there by.
And he said, these numbers blow you away. And that was a guy that mastered the triple-double. He said, these numbers absolutely blow you away.
Paul George, excellent half-court defensive possession by the Knicks. George, though, able to drive the lane.
To Burch. And Batum knocks it away. Here's George. And he lays it up and in.
Paul George 0 for 4 from the floor, gets through the lane. Beautiful job splitting the defenders.
Just a couple threes in a game.
Porzingis 20 points, 9 rebounds, and shoots 37% from above the arc. Paul George.
Cleveland was ready for it. He knew that Zoo would come at him hard. They probably feel he'll be up higher tonight. Paul George again with the finish at the rim. Shift to play because he pump fakes to get you off his feet. He gets to the foul line. That time Paul George stayed down. Did a nice job.
I'll tell you what, I am loving reshuffle. Lob to George, and he lays it in. 10 for George. And the
quick double team of Kawhi Leonard when they saw that Doncic had it by himself.
Oh, and Paul deflected, intercepted, ahead to George, behind the defense with the flush.
Game.
Let's hope that is the case. Clippers looking to saw it into single digits here. George with the flush. 114 to 106. Paul, featured player on any level in that deal. He has been amazing since joining the Mavs.
Timmy time again. Paul George, Clippers on the board. 2 minutes 45 seconds. Paul George. George change of direction, drive, and able to slide. Terrence Mann with the rebounds. Mann in transition, leaves it for Paul George, takes it inside to score. First time of the game. Again, Paul George. A drive and score.
Since that time from George.
Yeah, again, playing a little bit faster is this group for the Mavs, but again, the relentless.
but certainly you can see how his teammates just adore him, and he is playing great ball here in this game.
Leaning in, lunging for 2.7 rebounds. It's a 10-2 Clipper run, making it now approaching 6 to play. Oh, it's
tough. He's not settling. The defense respected his three-point ability, put it on the deck. It's an outstanding finish that time.
Second quarter.
I like the decision-making by Brunson that time. Getting in the lane, beg your pardon, Paul George.
Them to create a lot of second shot opportunities.
Mavericks have 10 offensive rebounds as George sneaks in. George, a big second quarter.
And a big time shot from Joe Ingles.
Ends a 9-0 run. Paul George lost his balance. Paul George out top off the Batum screen. Gobert switches onto him. PG draws it. Clippers looking to take better care of the basketball. George on the drive, and he gets it to go to the left hand. Clippers with one more to George, and he slams it home.
So what do you notice? The spacing is different, right? It's not Zubats at the
9 on the shot clock. Gets into the paint all the way to the cup for the layup.
He's playing with a level of intention, isn't he?
And played overseas in 3 different countries. Paul George maneuvering his way to the bucket.
The rebound to George. Leonard on the floor for LA. George, big finish. Pump fake, kick. Shot clock winding down. George takes it hard to the hole. PG 13.
Quinn Snyder and his staff recognizing we've got to play earlier in the shot clock.
Paul George going to the rim.
Yeah, and they've also got to figure out a way to contain.
Bogdanovich comes up short. George crosses, forces his way in for 2. Clarkson. George. Tip in, doesn't go. Rebound. George clears out space for 2. Gobert and Morris getting it.
On this game offensively.
After the Mitchell miss, George sees an opening, finishes with the offhand.
Stolen by George. George on the drive, gets inside, muscles his way in, and he pass, but misses the layup, and George comes the other way. Paul George drives and gets it off the glass. Long one's bad pass and stolen by Gobert, who turns it right back over, and Paul George an easy bucket.
And what you don't want to do if you're the Jazz is get
Chance to beat LA started when the Clippers came out for their opening warm-ups. Paul George gets inside on the finish. Suns, by the way, only 3 of their 16 field goal attempts are from 3. Paul George this time gets down low and banks it home with 7 points, couple of assists, and 6 minutes off the bench. A huge impact as Paul George gets inside and knocks it over. 2 of those 2 offensive fouls. George drives in hard. Layup is good. Back in for Beverly. George on the drive, gets inside. Layup is good. Paul George now with 14. Away. Here comes Paul George. Gets inside. Layup. He banks it home. And the Phoenix has a foul to give. George drives, goes inside for the slam.
offensive weapon.
He did it in game 2 as well. Paul George drives inside, up and under, banks it home. Shot clock at 7.
I hear that. I'm sick of you, Mike.
George drives and finishes. Paul George, pass deflected, another steal. Man to George. George the finish, shot's good, and Cameron Payne. Blocked by Beverly. Kennard, outlet to George. Nader in pursuit, a bump. Boy, it looked like George may have bumped. George off the dribble, drives, gets inside. Nice left-handed flip off the glass.
And to me, when George, now, as you did to start the game, I think right now the answer is no.
George squeezes. He's played is 7 of 14 here tonight. George drives past Craig, goes inside, lays it up and in. Well defended again by Beverly. He has just been spectacular defensively. George the drive and the finish.
He's been spectacular defensively and letting
that won't go. Batum keeps it alive and a new 14 on the shot clock. This time George inside, banks it home.